We managed to get moving, but where are we?
Huh.
It looks like Lennigus in here.
We've managed to get
Do you
moving.
think we might run into more
Yeah.
Lennons here? Or those
That's
red
exactly what happened. You guys did all
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably
that. My
means
other
they aren't
question that I
hostile.
haven't thought of
Still,
this entire
why would
game
anyone want to bring us here?
is how the fuck is Alphen
Hey,
clean shaven
Shion.
when he had that helmet
If they
on
wanted to attack us,
for
they could have done so while we
300
were back on the
fucking
starship.
years?
Some people can't
We
grow
should see
beards
where
like
this
you
path
do.
takes us.
But he had nothing.
Nope.
Like, he should have came out long fucking hair, scruffy as shit.
Shion, just in the nick of time. Here,
What?
lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
How dare you?
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously,
It's very
it's fine.
physically
I'd
hard
rather
to do
than
that.
people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant about not touching you guys. Not the other way
Metaphorically,
around.
not so much.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask.
Or not physically
able to
if you
touch
cut your
people.
foot off, because then it's
Does
slightly
it ever
easier.
get lonely sometimes?
Oh, that'd make it much easier.
I guess
But the
I
hard
never
part
really
is
thought
cutting
about
the
it in
foot
those
off in
terms.
general, because the
It was
pain.
either accept it for what it was or come undone. Before long, it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to your reality, you couldn't even recognize it as loneliness?
Nope,
I
she
don't
just
know how you
recognized it
managed.
as sheer power.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone
Thorns, pokey thorns
But
made of electricity
I can't even touch
that
you.
hurt people.
No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even Alphen.
I appreciate the concern. Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll have to put up with it just a little longer. But not forever. Alphen promised me that. Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't be.
I shall
But either
believe
way, the day will come.
it, for he
And
is
I'll
the
be ready when it
protagonist.
does.
Yeah, just hang in there. One day.
Yes,
we'll
the
share
bird
a
is happy,
big
therefore
warm
it is
hug.
true.
You'll see. I promise.
Oh my god. I just don't want to miss any of these.
Ah, what the... Are you out of your mind? This isn't the time for games, Rinwell.
Sure it is.
Oh, come on.
It's exactly
How
what
am I
we're
supposed
doing
to
right now.
resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation.
See, that's
Now,
exactly
try
how
it
I feel with you.
sometime.
What?
Yeah, but
She just scared him. He's like,
Seeing
why
you
would you
look
do
all
that?
nervous.
Well, I just couldn't
You're
resist
making
because
me
you looked
start to
all
feel
jittery
nervous
and
too.
stuff.
Oh, Quan, I don't look jittery.
There she goes being jittery again,
Sorry,
guys.
that's not jittery.
Staying alert
See?
is important.
Jitters.
But too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
Now it's just anger. This is, examine. I see how it is.
Do it, do it, do it, yeah, yeah! I
The-
shouldn't have done it because you made me sound like I was jittery. Only because I love Riley.
I still can't get over
So,
it.
I just watched 3 videos after that long video, and then I just walked into a video.
Hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another round planet like ours.
No, it's just a giant flower
No.
planet.
I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a broken egg or something.
Aren't you from that planet?
Rena
Shouldn't
and
you
Dana.
know?
We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars in the heavens.
Does nobody actually live on
But to
that
think that
planet?
They lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the Crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And look, another
That
video
beam of
popped
light
up.
Joining Dana and Rena. It was the Renan side that it first came from, right?
That's what it looked like. And then the Danon side responded.
Just a giant
Perhaps it
exchange
was
of
some
energy.
kind of directive from the Renan homeworld? To reawaken the Wedge and Lenegis?
Which would mean that whoever's behind all this is on Rena after all. But what are they after? Is it really worth going through all this trouble just to steal Dana's energy?
It's possible.
Try
Could
to
be a
stay
giant
calm.
plant being, like
There's
from
so many
Sailor
factors
Moon.
we don't understand.
Floated through the earth
Dwelling
as a
on it
giant,
won't
or
get us
floated through
anywhere.
space as a giant tree and a force,
What is it?
tree and a force field with
No, it's just
two other tiny
Sephiroth
plant
told me the
people.
Same thing.
Were they really plant
So
people?
much for me
I
making
think so.
progress, huh?
I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a
You
while.
made it this far, didn't you?
Ellen and Am.
You notice something, you change it.
And then they
That's
came to
all
Earth
anyone
to
can
steal
do.
all the energy to make
But
the
you
tree
can't
big
stand
again.
Still in the meantime.
Actually poison the tree.
All the Doom Tree. So the only thing in this room is this elevator. This looks like a door. Oh no, it's just all the walls look like doors. It's a very green. Oh, lower. Oh, where we want to go. Where we want to go. Let's go lower. Oh, that floor is inaccessible. The lower floor is inaccessible. Then why are you giving me the option? Give me the option later, when it's available. There's lots of plants everywhere. Oh, that was painful. That was a painful hiccup. Okay, so I'm supposed to go that way. Let's see if there's... Can I go to the upper level? No. Of course not. Stupid game. Now let me go where I want.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Exactly.
Huh? What's that?
It is a chamber of sorts. Oh. It's like the Red Lady, but a different color.
A
It's
red
probably going to be
woman in
good.
disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't seem hostile. Agile or mobile.
It doesn't look like it can move.
Is that going to be my new set of armor? Am I just going to climb inside of it?
Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
I cannot speak. Talk to the console.
That is correct. It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
Oh.
It can talk.
I feel like it's the console
What are
talking.
Hevrect 35.
Oh, I see.
Hevrek
35.
35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that. Just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
Good old sassy console. Are
We
you
did not
associated
come to
with
this
this Red
place by
Woman?
choice.
He doesn't even know who the
Our
fucking
ship
Red
was
Woman
brought here
is. You
against
haven't
our
told
will.
him.
By a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
So you
What
must
do you mean,
die.
serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the red women? Pulling their strings?
Oh,
What
We're
did you
glowing.
do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way.
yes, I'm supposed to believe you.
Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I
Oh,
see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh, goody. More riddles.
yes.
You think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
Let's figure out what this Sovereign and Maiden are all about.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helgenquin.
Okay.
The red women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Gotcha.
Algonquil?
You are on Dake Phasal, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend
Oh, you're dying.
my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
Okay.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Possibly.
Correct. The great astral spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice
That's probably the voice she heard when we were inside that weird thing.
and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
It is very possible.
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Oh, yes,
Wait,
yes.
back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not
All
sure I
the
believe
energy.
that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but
Let's assume that what Hevrek 35
She's getting
claims
very
is true,
angry.
and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Eh.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great
Oh,
spirit.
really now?
Totally.
Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegus are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
That's why it spoke to
The Great
us.
Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Okay. So we
Is
have
that
to
why
destroy
the
a
crown
planet.
contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Very
Indeed.
possible.
And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
So
But
we
the
figured out
ceremony
what the
failed.
fuck was going on.
Lenegus was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renasalma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success.
Did you do your
However,
teeth, bud?
recreating the Renis Alma required
Yeah, I
a
did
vast
this a
amount
lot.
of energy.
Did you brush them?
That is
Yeah,
why
brush
we
it.
turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest.
I see,
An
I
efficient
see.
means to harvest the necessary
right here.
energy from Dana.
Oh, that's also kind of mean.
Giant fireballs
This is
and
all
balls of
happening because
energy.
of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions.
Yes,
Just
why are we
have you
here?
brought us here to your base, Hevrek 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second,
Oh, what
it
kind
was
of
to ascertain
request do you
whether
have
would
for
be
us,
likely
sir?
to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
Destroy the planet.
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
It shall be done.
I'm sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I
Slay.
did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegus has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan.
Oh, that's not good.
As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena.
Yes, we seen that.
If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning?
Only slightly.
We won't let that happen.
We'll do it.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control?
Both.
Why?
No, the computer's off.
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize.
That's only slightly awkward.
As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Phasal.
There's 87.
Hey! Hey!
Oh, he's going back into storage.
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a
No
look
worries,
around.
no worries. Let's see. So I'm in here. What do you do, console? And that console does nothing. Now, I wonder if I can go to any of the other Oh, cutscene.
You can't
Yay!
seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right?
Well, he didn't try to sell
I mean,
us
it's
anything.
practically blackmailing us into doing its dirty work.
He
To be
asked us for a
honest,
favor.
the conversation went
There
on
was
for
no
so
selling
long,
involved.
I'm not sure I understood all of it. How
He told
about
us to
you,
be
Gary?
murder hobos. Let's
Were
just
you
do
able to follow
the
it at
thing.
all?
Kill the stuff.
At the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy.
Yes, all the energy.
That being said, had we not
Just do it.
previously
Kill the big giant
encountered
spirity
Will
beastie.
Dana, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
Yes, it's shaping the giant flower
I don't
outside.
care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy Dana.
Right.
We're gonna
There's
rip
one
it a
other
new
thing that
asshole.
concerns me.
Trick.
How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevric 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping it silent.
Don't worry.
Or perhaps there's even more going on.
She's
Maybe
very
the others
broken.
will shed more light on the matter.
Who's broken? That wasn't me, that was the kid.
Let's find out.
Meow. Didn't need your input, cat. To the lower level? I can go to the other levels now. Dang it, I'm supposed to be on the lower level. Run! To the upper level. Haha, I'm not supposed to be here. They still have power.
Does the computer still get power when it's not?
Yep, because it's plugged in. The upper level sucks.
Yeah. Upper level.
There's nothing up here for me. Damn it. Making me have to go where I'm supposed to go. I want to find extra stuff. Yeah, look at the Doom Flower. You see that special beam cannon? Piccolo's firing from the other planet into the flower? Yeah, that's what's going on. Damn Piccolo. Oh, I'm supposed to go that way. Let's go down this way. This gave me somewhere to explore. there anything in here? Flowers, computers. So there's nothing in that room. That room is completely useless. I guess we'll go to the cutscene. So much cutscene. Oh, there's people here. What?
Who are they?
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside
Well,
world.
are these actually humans, or are they in disguise?
Are you a Renan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
That makes it really difficult.
The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
Subjects?
What a weird guy.
Very weird.
He must have meant Hevrecht 35 when he mentioned that overseer.
And what was that about subjects?
Yeah.
You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
Slightly. Thanks for the lurk, Trench. What are you waiting for? What's going on? Oh, I see. You meant the sexy lurk. I gotcha. I see how it is.
What? What is...
Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago,
It's best
then
not to
yes.
ask. Asking only
Do you
gets
know
everyone
what
in
its
trouble.
main objective was?
Yes. It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and send such a large quantity of astral energy
That's
without
how I do.
becoming sentient.
Meow.
Second, we had to figure out how to convert Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
Why are you
I
converting
take
the
it
energy and
solutions
killing
to those
people, sir?
problems were to use the wedge for the collection,
Yeah, that's kinda
and then the
meaty.
Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
Mister?
We have a winner. However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied.
It's like, you mean me? The 300-year-old guy?
The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day.
Did I really?
For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renaissance, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types.
Oh, I
To amend
see.
that, we set our sights on Dana and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And
Weird.
the crown contests began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps. A new Sovereign had to be made as well.
Of course.
It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
How so?
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Yes.
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana.
So a flower,
As I'm
eh?
sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of
B.
energy. At this point, it's likely that
Q.
it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevrecht 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
What is its initial
It
stage?
is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes, and yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time.
They
Who knows
definitely
what
are.
shape their minds are in?
I think they are.
So that's one person talked to.
This is two sensor pads, and then the sensor did a good day.
Love how it's giving me a
Have
circle
you
to
guys
find
lived
these
up here
people in,
Dake
yet they're
Fazel
giant
with Hevrick
stars on the
35
map.
for a long time?
It's like, yes, search inside these circles for the
Yes,
people you have to
I
talk
couldn't tell
to.
you off the
Also,
top of my head
these
just how
stars are the
long
people
it's
you
been
have to
back.
talk to.
We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, this station was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegus from the outside.
We
Ew.
heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
And you've been working for Hevrecht 35 ever since?
Yes. And now he wants the
at
big
first we thought
fancy
that there
spirit
was
thing
nobody
dead.
else inside the facility, but then it turned out the Overseer was there all along.
What do you mean?
The Helganquil have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would
Weird.
explain why Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself, but from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In addition, they also used hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected.
Ah.
It's
They're
a pretty
just- they
sophisticated
cheat.
operation, especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict. I
Using
have
all
to
the
imagine that's how
invisibility and
Lenegus is still run.
controlling
But aren't the
hacks.
Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
You act like this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their decisions.
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Wow.
Hevrecht 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored,
So-
or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home
I'm
to
bored
Rena
of
or
being
Lenegus?
all seeing and invisible.
Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright.
We'll
After
protect
all
you.
this time, there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold
Oh, so you guys just suck.
instead. Things are going just fine with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It
We're just
can't
gonna see
extend
here
its
and
life
observe
any
everything
further.
just get destroyed. It's all good.
I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions.
Now we have one more person to talk to. It is. Been talking to people for ages.
Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so I can talk until then.
No.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
We don't know.
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the Renans down there?
Yes.
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
What?
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Apparently not.
Were you all
Please,
just created?
Tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
Oh.
They did the anime.
But if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
There aren't, but there are Helganquil. That's what the name literally means in their language, people of Rena.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction, yes?
Nope.
In
Wasn't
essence,
aware.
We were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
I see.
Were you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
Because they're all
Helganquil technology
Renans.
is truly amazing. The way they alter their bodies is far less invasive than your conventional surgeries. They have these tiny machines that are practically invisible, which they insert into their bodies and...
Enough! You needn't tell us anymore.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
Because he's brainwashed.
I guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance.
This guy's got
If
some
it meant their
real
hands had to get a little
few
dirty
screws
in the
short
process, then
of
so
a
be it.
hairdresser.
Anyway, the Helganquil are the real Renans. Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal.
I think it's a very big
They're
deal.
also mostly the ones behind what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
Thanks for letting us know about this grotesque travesty.
Does he really expect us to believe that Renans never truly existed? How absurd.
Dohalim.
You're all just from
Just
the
when I
same
think we're
planet,
getting to
but
the
you were
bottom of it all,
kidnapped.
some